For TraderInsight.com, I'm Adrian Manz. Let's look at Friday, July 23rd, 2021. Let's start with the Around the Horn trading plan. We had 3 Around the Horn selections today. First one, Canada Goose Holdings, no trigger. But number 2 on the list, OLO Incorporated, was a line drive long setup, 39.63 entry, stop at 38.81, initial target 40.63. That gave us a ratio 1.22 to 1 on the trade and a 50% to target level at $40.13. OLO opened for trading up above our entry price, pretty close to the 50% to target level, made it up to that blue pivot line, the R1 resistance. Came back down through, got at least 8 cents below our entry price, made it almost all the way down to the stop loss, as a matter of fact. Came back up, triggered us in at $39.63. And that's all she wrote. After that, a nice smooth progression over the course of the day to that $40.63 profit target. $1 per share traded on OLO. Next on the Around the Horn list, ZIM, Zim Integrated Shipping Services. This one's switch hitter, short. Entry was $38.45, the stop loss $39.06, initial target $37.65, the ratio on the trade 1.31 to 1, and a 50% to target level at $38.05. Let's see how this one played out. ZIM triggered in the first bar of trading, came down 50% of the distance to that profit objective, came back up, almost got to that $38.45 threshold. If you didn't get in the first time around, you definitely had a chance on the second one. That resulted in a trip to the profit objective, $38.45 on the entry, down to $37.64. That left ZIM with 81 cents per share traded. Agios Pharmaceuticals Incorporated, ticker symbol AGIO, is the first of the XRVs this morning that triggered. These, of course, are also presets. So we're going to go ahead and load these up before the market opens, and that's going to give us time to work on our Baltimore chops on those 2 SD opening gaps. But in this case, AGIO had a threshold for entry at $51.12. Gave it room up to about $52.13 in terms of a stop. Could have been a little higher to take into account this little wedge right here. Profit objective down at $50.12. By 10 a.m., it was all over. $1 per share traded in profits on AGIO. Our next XRV was HZNP, Horizon Therapeutics. This one pops up quite a bit. This time on the long side of the market, we had 100 spot 65 entry, so O spot 65 on the entry, 101.66 the target, and a stop down at 99.64. So a 1x1 bracket on this one. Got you in O spot 65, got you out 1 spot 66. Another potential $1 per share traded in profits. Once all those pre-programmed trades are ready to go, we shift our attention at the 5-minute mark to our Baltimore chop opening gap scanner. Once again, this is looking for 2SD volatility-based gaps. And on a day like today, we had lots of good opportunities. I like to filter these long versus short. I like to take a look at this far right column, see what's in the news, and then I like to look at these prices. $9.63, this is not a stock that's going to interest me. $2.61, that's definitely off the table. SAM at $725, also something I'm not going to be too interested in. KMB, that's on my radar. VNE, also on my radar, as is Snap. Let's walk through the logic on these trades. KMB, this was a flip top right off that first bar. So 131.24 would have been the threshold. If you got in, that second bar got you a good 50% of the distance to the profit objective, and you should have been out right at the close of the first bar of trading. I like on these flip tops to see a second test, and if I don't get the second test, then I would prefer to wait for this 1, 2, 3 pullback. In this case, pullback was down to 130.86. Threshold entry on that one got you a target of 131.24. This was actually a trade that I passed on. But generally speaking, right now, especially on the flip tops on the long side, be careful, let them test at least a couple times before you go taking a break out of that first bar of trading, and always keep a tight stop. Checking the source of the news is always important, and in the case of Veoneer, ticker symbol VNE, we found out that this is an acquisition by Magna, so this jump in price this morning, probably not going to have that mean reversion that we're looking for. As a matter of fact, it only had a 17 cent or an 18 cent range from the threshold entry. Anyways, this was not a trade you would have taken, but this points to why you always want to check the news when something's in that right column. It can be a good thing or it can be something that just indicates the stock's going to trade pretty flat. And finally, we had Snap Incorporated, ticker symbol SNAP. This one was a beauty. This was a nice 1-2-3 setup. We had a 77.59 threshold for our short sale. That gave us a 76.53 target based on volume by price action in that first bar of trading, and a 78.11 stop loss based on what happened in this infield fly bar that generated the 1-2-3 pullback. Now, if you're looking at this and you don't see why we had that 76.53 target, let me break it down for you and show you where the dollar per share traded came from. The data we're looking at right now stops at the end of that 935 bar, and if you look out to the right side of the chart, what you'll see is this giant volume by price threshold. That was the real significant activity in that first bar of trading, and that's what helped us set the target. If you're interested in following along, taking all these trades live with Julie and me in our war room, click on the button below the video and you'll get special pricing, and you'll get the heads up on all the around the horn, stocks to watch, Baltimore chop, and NASDAQ scalper trades as they happen live in the first hour of trading. That's it for today. If you have any questions, shoot me an email, adrian@traderinsight.com. I hope you had a great trading day today and an even better one on deck for Monday. It's the best trader education anywhere, only from traderinsight.com.